Have you discovered the steps for crafting that armor? Duma has been giving me the looks. I'm afraid she has realized that I've forgotten one of the most important crafting recipes. That is good news indeed. If I don't get started soon, I'll never be done in time. Dryad armor is tricky stuff to make on a forge. Quietly now, tell me what the tome said. That rings true. Please wait a moment while I make the armor. Excuse me, Craftmaster Sen. The Dryad armor is completed just as you requested.
This is indeed fine work, Telenu. Excellent. You may keep that suit for yourself as a reward for a job well done.
My thanks. Craftmaster Sen seemed almost happy with my work for once, and it's thanks to your sleuthing. Please, take this armor as a gift for your assistance.
I would like to be alone if you do.
Sorry, no beds for plague victims. Please leave quickly. They'll drive off customers. The Warriors Guild Pact states that one of your standing may add a third seat to your party roster, but you must be charged a one-time fee for it. Do you wish to add a third seat to your party? Congratulations. You may now have up to 3 members in your party. Would you like to see what adventurers are available?
So many dead. We must work to save those that can be saved.
You have honored my family, friend. Speak to Hesla if you are willing to help us further.
I thank you for coming to my aid. I am not sure if Haran could have defeated so many Haku single-handedly, but your presence seemed to scare them off in time. Yes, he was the one who tried to save me from the usurper's knife when you arrived. They were planning to sacrifice me to their gods. I've been trying to convince my mother of what happened, but she is being stubborn again and will not listen.
My thanks. Your bravery has saved my daughter. I cannot think of what might have happened had you not found her when you did. May all Haku rot forever. Please, take this with my gratitude. Tansy has told me of her terrible time with the Haku. If it happened as she said, and one attacked another, then now is the time to strike. The time to defeat the Haku is now. If they are fighting amongst themselves, they will be distracted and open to attack.
Wait, Mother, you are mistaken. Brave stranger, it is not as my mother believes. I was speaking to the one you saw when you arrived. His name is Haran, and you will want to hear what he has said before you obey my mother's wishes. Haran is the son of the Haku High Priest. His father was overthrown by a Haku usurper priest, the very one who appeared in the cave after Haran freed me. Haran's father had always encouraged the Haku to live in peace with us, but the usurper is allied with the Morden. We need to help Haran's father restore peace before it's too late. He is hiding in a cave in the jungle.
Tansy, that is enough! Child, you have had a great trauma. You must rest now, and leave these worrying matters to your elders. You must seek out this Haran and the Haku High Priest and defeat them. The sooner the treacherous Haku are gone from the island, the sooner I can be at peace. Good. If Tansy has not imagined all of this, you will surely find this Huron creature without too much difficulty. There are not so many caves in the southern jungle, but be on your guard all the same.
Take care in the jungle. There are horrors out there, the likes of which you've never imagined. Take care in the jungle. There are...
I will sell you a pet, but only because when you die of the plague, it will be able to find its own way back. Business may be slow, but yours I don't need. If you want a pet, then buy one. Otherwise, leave. I'll answer that, but keep your distance. Pets come from other worlds. They can be brought here and tamed when a nature mage opens a rift that temporarily connects our world to theirs. It is a dangerous business, this, and no wise nature mage would do so alone, lest the creature that wanders through attack the caster. Put that down, stop touching things, or get out! A rift is a gate to another world through which living things may pass. Some nature mages know the locations of some rifts, and even use them to supply merchants such as myself with stock. But as I said, it is a risky business. Some creatures can be much more powerful than others. You are getting too close, stand back! I have only ever heard of the most powerful nature mages mastering the pet trade. Rift magic is dangerous both to our world and the one on the other side. In fact, a nature mage who supplies some of my stock is looking for an assistant. It's too dangerous to handle alone. Alas, nothing unusual, sickly one. But I've been trying to acquire some dire wolves lately, ever since I discovered they existed. What a magnificent addition to my shop they would be. Have you heard of them? I once thought of them as mere legend, until I came upon a group of mages in the forest trying to tame some Null beasts. A profitable business, mind you. Well, suddenly a large blue wolf emerged through the mages' rift. Before the mages could react, one of them was dead, and the Null beasts had all been torn to ribbons. The remaining mages destroyed it, but it was a fierce and costly battle. There is a noteworthy mage living here in Iruland named Rokar. He knows how to obtain a dire wolf, but I have not had time to visit him. Track him down and tell him that I am interested in obtaining a dire wolf specimen for my shop. If you don't run off, I'll make it worth your while. Excellent. Rokar can often be found talking with historian Erisu in the Great Hall.
have you made your funeral plans? How should we bury you? Or maybe you'd like us to burn your corpse, as is the Dryad custom. If you say so, personally, I think we should put you out on the river in a flaming raft. That would be something.
You may have traveled far, but I will wager you have not encountered the kind of terrible beasts that I have dealt with. Ah, the direwolf. A rare and exotic creature. They are similar to mundane wolves, but are distinguished by their bright blue fur. They are many times more powerful and aggressive as well. In their natural environment, they hunt gnaw beasts, which is how they were first discovered. When mages open rifts to capture gnaw beasts for taming, a direwolf occasionally wanders through, much to everyone's discomfort. Oh, is that all? Oh my, she doesn't expect much. Well, a test to my abilities is always welcome. But I will need accompaniment. There will be gnaw beasts to contend with, as well as Morden Growl mages, who often patrol the rift locations. If that doesn't frighten you, join me and I'll attempt it. What say you? Good. Head out the south gate. Follow the path as if you were going to the exile colony. Just past the ruined amphitheater, leave the path and go to the riverside to the north. Cross the footbridge and enter the small cave on the other side. There is a short tunnel. Go through it. On the other side, the rift will be directly in front of you. Take care of the Morden in the area, and I will meet you there.
If I work hard, perhaps I'll see Calrathia again someday. Though it's very far away when there's no dragon to carry you.
Better to have some employment than to sit rotting in a cell. It's a pleasure to work on these well-constructed walkways.
Greetings, stranger. Do I detect the accent of Amanlu in your speech? I visited there once in happier times. It was my poor daughter's favorite place. No. My daughter is lost to me. Killed by those foul Morden beasts when they took the Temple of the Coast. Perhaps. My daughter was young when we last visited the elves' fair town of Amanlu. She pestered me for days for one of those curiosities their craftsmen make. But we were poor, and I refused. Now that she is gone, I would give anything to grant her wish, even if she will never see it. Aye, something to remember Amanlu by. I do not have much to reimburse you with, but perhaps you will find this of use, for bartering purposes. I make these dolls for a living, though there have been so few children lately that they barely support me. You have my thanks. When next you are in Amanlu, be on the lookout for some sort of memorabilia.
It is tragic how many of the Dryad sisterhood have perished in the fighting. These Dryads are not prepared for war. Now, elven folks such as myself are accustomed to loss. Those who seek involvement in others' affairs must accept the dangers that come with. Foresight can help, aye, but it cannot be willfully controlled, and it seems matters close to one's heart are always shadowed in the dream world. I would give anything to cheer my young daughter, but alas, I am unable to give her good news. My husband and I came to Irilon to assist the Dryads. He to train them in the dance of blades, I to teach them our methods of mending wounds. He is missing, but I would certainly know if he was gone from me forever. He will return when he is able, one day. Sadly, our daughter Chalet does not understand and is most distressed. That is a rare flask of elven ale. I'd be willing to give it to you in exchange for something that will cheer my young child. A child's doll. That is just the thing to make my daughter smile again while we wait for my husband's return. I promised you the flask of elven ale. Here it is. You don't look ill. At least you look no worse than you did before.
Are you trying to infect the water supply? Go away!
Get out of our town! Your infection may spread.
A spider. Get it away. Never mind. It's just a stick. I hate insects. I see them everywhere, around every corner. I feel their horrible beady eyes staring at me out of the darkness with ill intent. There is a terrible fiend at the bottom of the Dryad caverns. A monster insect, larger than a house. If only I could see its severed head, I feel that I would no longer be paralyzed with this fear. Have you found the terrible insect in the Dryad caverns yet? I fear I shall not sleep nor eat until the foul creature is truly dead. You must travel through the South Gate and into the jungle past the plague colony. Eventually, the path will enter the caverns dedicated to Dryad the Wise. Please hurry. It is all a blur. I seem to remember a large room with a ledge to the right side, a pile of massive bones down below. There was a place where the path split to either side. I traveled to the right. Perhaps the gruesome beast was the hive's queen. There were pulsing rows of eggs lining the walls.
Share with you. Have you noticed that all the creatures you have encountered are listed in your journal? It's a great way to remember interesting things you've learned about them.